Hello, this is With an Amnesia. This is the video I was referring to do from my Hillsbrad PvP project video. This is about Stromgarde, my plans of it. I played on Edge of Chaos for a little bit, and with the creator guy, Eclipse is his handle, his internet name. He did some changes. He basically made an alternate version of Arathi Highlands. He made this a playable city. He actually didn't. He basically locked off all the continents pretty much and just made his own version of each zone, and then made it so they could only play in his version of the zone. It's kind of neat. But what I want to do is make a super vanilla, right? Like a big, and just basically vanilla, but like the difficulty of it, but uncut some stuff and add some things, make it a little bit interesting in my eyes, because anyway, one of these things. Oh, no, here's Hillsbrad over here. I don't want to move the camera around too much. I got this all nice so you can see everything I want to speak of. Hillsbrad's over here. I want to have like a war where the Forsaken are trying to invade Hillsbrad, take it over, right? And Alliance not having any of that, right? Or just trying to fight, and there'd be a big conflict. And there's a big city right in, right above Hillsbrad, from a geography, standpoint. So, and also the Alliance is, teaming up together. You have the Stormwind, you have the gnomes and the dwarves, and they're all marching up here, right? And they're okay. It's wartime, so infrastructure's gonna get built. There's been a lot of progression, a lot of stuff gets made in wartime, right? Um, so what I wanted to do, big thing, is that this gets if I can get phasing to work, like backport it into vanilla, oh, it'd be so great, so great. It'd be so busy for so long, and yeah, so. I want to make this so the players around level 30 when they're questing, they get to take this over because there's a war happening. And basically, there's like you big quest, supply lines, whatever, right? This is turned into a big supply line, and you get to siege this. You take it over. That'd be phase one, and then also since the proximity of the dwarf place here done something, and you can basically connect these two together. And also wanted to do, I mentioned in my previous videos, see this strip here? I wanted to make that into an airstrip so you can connect it to the Ironforge airport. So as a reason, it's made for war and stuff, and defense, and make this into an airstrip, right? And this would be like the dwarf's forward base, right? And then you could have, like, first off, you take over the city, and you basically help with dwarves, maybe, I guess, right? And that'd be like your one of your first stages, and your second stage is that these phase it, and the dwarves are making like a blasting this all up here, making it into an airstrip and changing it, and people are the Stormwind Masons, whatever, that are not in like the dead mines are all making this into building that up, and they're trying to, and also I was thinking of having a port here, because this is like I want to make this into a dungeon, by the way, because like in between, because no, Wetlands doesn't have a really dungeon, and neither does Arathi Highlands, and so this would be like underwater, like Naga kind of, elf kind of, I don't know, something like that, right? Almost like Black Fathom Deeps, I guess, but different. Just something so it's not copy and paste, but it seems something like theme. It's underwater, right? So I could do something. Have like a sink. No one likes to fight in underwater, so it would be like a sink thing, right? You just go down there, there'd be a gland or whatever, and it'd be an instance, right? 5-man kind of deal, and has some elf stuff here. Anyway, so you wouldn't have a port here because it's pirate stuff, because enemies are right here. You wouldn't want to send your ships into Naga and stuff. That's bad. That's bad, right? And also here's kind of this kind of tempting danger, right? Because you're right beside it, tempting fate. So here you're also making infrastructure, right? Connecting this and this together. So make a port right here, right? Not like a super big one, like not like Stormwind. I plan to get Stormwind get a port, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But just that's not here nor there. We're focusing on this. So, yeah, so I want to get like a port. Maybe have like a boat or two, right, or something. We have one sticking out here. It's a small one, right? So a functional one that gets the job done, right? And yeah, and it basically go to Cultras later. I don't want to plan, but that's not here nor there. But also at least go to Stormwind or something like that, or Menethil, right? To go to at least Menethil. And yeah, so this would be unlocked around like level 30, level 40, right? As the quest to go. It wouldn't be like level like 1 or 10, right? Because this is a high level area, right? So kind of weird. It's not too much. Oh, we're up in the hills, it wouldn't really work, right? So it'd be unlocked, and no gold spammers, I guess. But yeah. So, and my plan is, yeah, just make some infrastructure, have a phase version, in uh, Wrath of Lich King, where they make the tower thing, kind of like that, where it goes in stages. You take it over to the siege, right? Then you have this, and also when that's all planned out, so you have like a dungeon right here, right? And also I was thinking in the Eclipse, the guy who made Edge of Chaos, the server, whatever, but this is a city, is he made all nice looking stuff, right? He also planned for a crypt, basically used a Karazhan crypt, made a neat little script thing, right? It was kind of neat, but also I wouldn't use the Karazhan script, but it'd be neat like a little like dungeon ever, right? Maybe like a, I don't know, maybe something, some type of dungeon, right? Because it's kind of neat because you have like this one here and that one here. Why not, right? Why not? Um, just more dungeons the better, right? I thought it was a kind of neat idea, because it was already like kind of like you take over the top layer of the town, but then there's kind of like the monsters or whatever big down the bottom, and this crypt just kind of flanking around. You also have this, you know, cave and stuff, so maybe they'd be like, I don't know, start here and I don't know. I have to flesh it out. That's not here nor there, but just an idea, right? Um, so yeah, so all in all, and also another thing is that you'd probably rebuild this bridge here because remember we're in a war, infrastructure, you need this stuff. You blow up that bridge, it's bad time, right? And also it got blown up already, so you want to repair it, right? So also you'd probably take over this. You couldn't have this blocked off, so you'd have the big army and you'd take that out, and more phasing stuff, right? But you'd have the base level when you're leveling up. You go through this like normal wise, and you'd unlock these stages, and you'd eventually get the city. And so people don't really like Hillsbrad or not Hillsbrad. Arathi Highlands is kind of like, oh, it's so huge, not enough quests. Vanilla, right? This is kind of different because you're kind of progressing, you're changing the world. Like Groundhog Day, you actually feel like you're doing something. You're also helping out the war effort. You're level 30 because you're taking over this stuff while the big bad guys focus on that lore-wise, right? The big commando dudes, right? They're all fighting over in Hillsbrad, but you're making sure that the supply line's all good, right? And yeah, so that's basically what was it, my plans for Stromgard, just to take it over the Alliance City and have like griffins and stuff, and have an airport here, connect it all together, and have a custom like little mini underground dwarf base place here, and and just connect it together, and yeah, it'll act like the counterpart um, of Undercity. I was just thinking of taking over like the Nomergon and stuff like that, and do other things like that, right? I also planned just some Nomergon plans, whatever, right? That didn't get fleshed out in vanilla and stuff like that, right? And but just for Stromgarde, this is what I'm thinking of. Arathi Highlands, and maybe something with a horde or whatever. I don't know, but this is the idea, right? So, because the horde, you have a horde base over there, right? Right here, over there. So in Hammerfall, I think. So this wouldn't go unnoticed, right? So you'd have something going on, right? You'd have some type of like pushback naturally from the horde, right? So and be level 30 because your main forces are trying to take over Hillsbrad, right? You don't want to spread yourself too thin, so and plus not like super crazy in the time, right? So it's basically like this is kind of like the rear guard kind of action, right? This is kind of the not super hard time, so you don't need like super crazy units, maybe around like the protector units, but you have like your level 30s to do something, right? That'd be kind of neat. So the horde can try to mess up. This is a big supply line, right? If you're attacking, you're trying to take this out while the Alliance trying to defend it. And how that kind of now you have two sides. You have like this line here. The Alliance wants to control this, and the Horde wants to mess it up, right? The Horde wants to, maybe attack it right here, or because it's like because your hammer falls over there, and you have the Alliance base over there, so you probably want to go around and attack it here, right? And just trying to mess it all up, and maybe trying to blow that up again, but or just trying to do something, sabotage it, right? So you'd have like behind the lines kind of, they could harken back to some of the things like World War II had that. You try to blow up the railroads and stuff, right? But I don't know. It'd be yeah, so it'd be kind of interesting like that, right? So um, yeah, that would be like a neat little zone area. Bringing the war back to World of Warcraft, right? Be kind of neat, right? So um, I think that's everything. Dwarf place taking over, rebuild the bridge. Horde messing up that place, fortifying it, taking Stromguard, make an airport base here, pimp this all out, connect it to the city later on through this, have like a dungeon here to that, right, and quests, put some elf stuff here to accent that, and have like maybe some quests in Menethil Harbor and here, tie it all up, and this is be like level 30 in between this zone, and pirate place. I don't know. But what's going on? I don't know. And yeah, you just eradicate the the iron doors, whatever. They probably go to like Grim Patrol or something like that, and that'd be another place I'd want to probably flesh out, maybe a raid or something. But yeah, anyway, that's my plans for Hillsbrad Footholds. Just what I'm thinking about conceptualizing. Just I don't know what's gonna happen, but if I can really get phasing to work, that'd be crazy because it'd be a lot of things I could do. Just put war into World of Warcraft, right? So, because vanilla was basically, kind of the more war-themed one, right? You look at like the beginning ones, it was like promotional art, like the trailers, whatever. It's like, oh, but the war happens again, sparked again, right? So, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's what my thoughts on it. Bye for now. Take care. Have fun. This is With an Amnesia signing out, and yeah, have a good day or evening, night, whatever. Right. Bye for now.